Lauda Pena here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about job postings. Right now, a lot of my friends are getting laid off. I'm self-employed, but I'm really contracting because I don't have full-time employment. And I spend a lot of time looking at job postings. And so as somebody who's relatively seasoned and has also written job descriptions and hired people and gone through this whole process, I've become more and more cautious of putting everything I can into a job posting. And here's the reason why. One, you want people who don't have 100% of the experience that is in this job posting. You actually do want people who are reaching. You're going to get some of your best work out of people who are trying to get to the next phase of their career. Even if it's kind of a lateral move, they're also gaining new skills and capabilities that they might not have otherwise. And this could even mean like internal movement in a company. But the other thing too is if you're looking and you're seeing these job postings, pay really close attention to the pay. I find that if I'm looking at CMO, director, VP level marketing roles, I'm seeing things that don't fit that description at all. They tend to be very hands-on implementation level. So they're not really looking for somebody senior. They're trying to attract inexpensive talent with a fancy headline, but they're really looking for someone who can just implement. And not, and of course they're also going to add in, be strategic, wear many hats, be willing to work late. And be careful of those, because if they're asking for everything from the moon to the stars, imagine what's going to happen when you actually get into that role. So if you do get to the point where you're getting an interview, you are interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you, if not even a little bit more. Get really, really clear on what the expectations are. And if it doesn't suit your need at that time, it's one thing if you really need a job and this might just be a placeholder for you to get to the thing that you really want. That's totally fine. But if this is something that you're really looking for movement in your career, be cautious. And I say that having been in positions with startups, with my own companies, and knowing how much work it goes into building these. And so if that's what you're looking for, great. But if you're really looking to hone the thing that you're good at, I would take caution, because you don't have time. You don't have enough resources. You don't have enough hours in the day to do everything that they're looking for. And I've been caught in this trap before. And it's really unfortunate, because what ends up happening is you get spread so thin that you're not really doing anything that well. And you're typically in a very under-resourced company. And that means that you'll never be able to do anything well, because not only do you not have enough time in the day to do all the things that they need you to do, but you don't have a team that can help you implement, and you don't have resources to hire a team that you can embed and make sure that things are getting done. You're basically just checking off boxes to say that you've done these things. And then when no results come, the blame is on you. It's not on the sort of storyline that's been created by this position and by whoever the hiring manager is. So good luck in your job search. I don't mean to dissuade you from finding your next gig, but it's good to have this narrative in the back of your mind playing while you're looking through these things, because the older I get and the further along I get in my career, the more focus I'm realizing I need to have. And do I want to be CMO? If the answer is yes, then I need to make sure that I am highlighting the thing that I want to be, what I want to do, and who I want to do it for. And if it's a total mismatch on these job descriptions or in these interviews, it allows me to have enough information to decide, is this a company that I really want to work for and I'm willing to put that grunt work in? Or is this going to take up all of my time and energy and, time away from my family and time away from my mental health care and, all the things that are really important for us to succeed and not burn out. And that's really important. And again, just to go back, money is a real need. It's a real thing. And so this is not to tell you not to take a job if you need the money. We all need the money, unfortunately. I live in the Bay Area. I need the money. But I think it allows you to kind of hone in on the things that matter most. And when you get that particular, actually kind of the job world opens up for you in a different kind of way, because now you really have a focus. So I don't know if you're in marketing. If you are in marketing, there's something called a target persona. And it's kind of similar where you know who you're talking to now. And so you can use exactly the right language. You can hit the most qualified people, get their attention, and just kind of work that. And so that happens in all areas of our life, including this one. I get my most positive responses from things that I'm really passionate about. And that has always been true. And every time I've doubted myself, I found out why. So trust yourself. This is a process. It's a really, really hard and frustrating process. So do yourself a favor and just start to understand how to get really clear on what your needs are, your wants are, your hopes are, and what you will not tolerate. And good luck.